Hey Sioux Falls, Shannon Austin here, and welcome to another episode of Public Works Update. We are keeping it in the studio for one more month, and we're going to today talk to our light and power team, as well as our water reclamation, maintenance, and treatment teams. So we're going to start with our power and lights team. We welcome Jerry Jungling and Heath Hofteaser, both with our traffic and lights, and I'm going to start with Jerry. Talk to me a little bit about what is exactly the light and power team.
So our team, we consist of linemen, electricians, locators, and office staff. What we mainly do is we take care of the street lighting in Sioux Falls. We have about 24,000 street lights that happen that are in Sioux Falls, and honestly, we get one hit and run over about every day and a half. Snow, texting, it does it all the time.
Right. So those 24,000 streetlights, are those, do we put them in, all in, or we just maintain them after they're installed?
We maintain them after they're installed. What we do is we have the contractor, the project, and or the development put those in. As soon as they are in and installed, then they're for us to maintain for their life.
So I know my ride to work is a lot brighter than what it used to be. So we have this wonderful LED program. Give us an update on where and why we're doing the LED program.
Yeah, great. That's one of my favorite projects. So in 2018, we started looking at the benefits of LED lighting. We started testing with a couple of pilots in town, and then we looked at really they have about 4 times the amount of life in them. So that's 4 less times we have to roll the truck, get them fixed, and they use about half the power. So that combination made it really something we should tackle with the city. So we've been working on that, and we are about 95% converted in the entire city.
Wow, and how did you determine, that's quite an undertaking. How did you determine how to manage and plan that program?
Yeah, really we started with our highest wattage lights.
Okay.
So our lights going up and down 41st Street, Minnesota Avenue, 12th Street, they take the more power, so we converted those first, and then we start rolling out into the neighborhoods.
So then, does the existing infrastructure that you currently have, like the poles, can you leave the poles and all you had to change out, which is the bulbs, is that it?
That's right. All we had to do was change out the head, and then it was converted.
So I know this kind of falls back into a lot of what we talked about with traffic signals also. All of the traffic signals, they've all been converted now to LEDs as well, right?
Correct, yes.
Wow, so it's nice and bright out there.
Nice and bright and effective, efficient.
So I have heard of some negative aspects of the LEDs with regards to snow, right? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, in the past where you had the old type of lights, they generated a bunch of heat, so it would melt the snow off. These LEDs, they don't generate heat, so we don't have that. It really affects our traffic signal sometimes. If you get the wind going the right direction and the right content, then we send our guys out and we clean out the traffic heads and continue on with our
That's crazy. All right, so let's just take a little bit of a pivot and think about or talk about the actual power that our city lights and power team does. So how many actual power customers do we have, and where do we get our power to supply the power to our customers?
Another favorite topic of mine. So we have about 3,000 customers.
Okay.
We are about the size of Madison, if you want to look at it that way, compare our territory. So in Sioux Falls, we have XL Energy, Southeastern Sioux Valley, and the city of Sioux Falls that provide power. So our major customers are kind of in the airport, the T-Denny, the Great Plains Zoo, the water reclamation, the water plant. So mostly what we do is take care of a lot of our own customers, our own city infrastructure, along with the schools. Our power comes from 2 sources. We come from WAPA, which is the dams, so hydropower. And then also we have our supplemental power, but we can't get from the dams, we get from Heartland Energy based out of Madison.
Okay. So have we been a power provider for customers for a long time for the citizens?
We really have since, we've been around since, I want to say 1900 or so.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we've had our own territory, our own customers. As the city grew, we grew with it.
Okay, so are we adding new customers then?
We are more landlocked in our territory, but as development happens, we get new customers. You know, like the T-Denny, that was a new customer. We have apartments downtown. So we get new customers as areas develop.
Okay. So you are currently located where?
Our address is 2000 North Minnesota Avenue. So we're at the water treatment plant right behind the big blue tower.
Okay. Oh, up there. Okay, very good. But
Yeah.
I have heard that you have some exciting new digs coming, hopefully this year, right?
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about that.
So this is something I've been planning for about 10 years now. So we have our light and power team in our building that was built in the 1900s. We have a traffic team that's on the street campus, and then we have a traffic engineering team that's at the city center.
A little bit everywhere.
Yep. So to be more efficient and get everyone into one building, we're building a brand new building on the corner of 60th and Sycamore.
Oh, up by the public safety campus.
Right between that
good.
and the water reclamation.
Very good. And so what is the status of the construction of that site?
We are on time,
Ah,
under budget,
nice.
and we hope to move in the middle of July.
Well, that sounds wonderful. How many staff then will be in that one, underneath one roof then?
Well, about 30 people on day one.
Wow, that's a big team.
Yep, we have our traffic team, our light power, and an engineering team. So everyone together being as efficient as we can.
All right, well, you brought up traffic engineering, so we're going to turn it over to Heath. Heath, so you have a kind of a newer role now. It's basically traffic operations, right?
Yep.
So talk to me a little bit about what did you used to do and what are you doing now?
So I was the principal traffic engineer for the city of Sioux Falls, which we have Troy Miller has now taken over that position. And as part of that, a lot of what I did was working more with the planning, the plan review, the process, the meat and bones of what it takes to get projects done, and just a lot of looking at the engineering of where stop signs are getting added.
Sure.
Just a lot of the core nuts and bolts things that we've always had to do. But one of the things that we've kind of seen is that on the operations side, just the signal operations themselves, we need to commit ourselves a lot more to the retiming and working on that side of it. And so the idea is that my new position is really going to be focusing on the retiming of corridors and working on the signal operations side, working hand in hand with the signal technicians when they're having issues out in the field.
Okay.
Those types of things.
So how many signals do we have now?
So right now, if you count the temporary signals that we have with construction projects and everything, we have about 313 signals in the city of Sioux Falls.
That's a lot, but we continue to grow, so that's good. So then it's your job along with your team's job then to make sure that each one of those is running correctly then.
Yes.
Okay, so I know we have had video cover footage of all of the monitors that are in City Center where the traffic engineering team was originally housed. Do you anticipate that you'll have a lot of those same monitors out at the new building?
So the way we're setting up the new building, we've got a few monitors that are going to be set up in some different areas around the building for kind of the key systems. But what we're finding is we're going to much larger desk monitors at our workstations, to the point where it's between that and TVs in the office and things like that, it's pretty easy to pull up the different cameras. We've got a really convenient camera system that lets you switch between the different cameras real easy. So it's we're finding that it's going to be less of a video wall and just kind of more bigger monitors in our workstations.
Well, that's wonderful. So then we also have the sign maintenance team, right? That's part of your group?
Yep.
And so do they make all of the signs in the city of Sioux Falls?
They either they print we either design, print, and make the signs, or some of the more common signs like the stop signs and things like that, it's more efficient for us to buy the faces, but we still take the face of the sign and we put it together and still manufacture the sign before it goes out in the field.
So you'll be able to do that in your new building?
Yeah, we're we've taken the space that we had, which it was we worked really hard to make it a very efficient sign shop over the years.
Yeah.
But it was starting to get a little cramped in there. And so we kind of, we drew out exactly what we needed how we needed to lay everything out, what we needed to have in place, and kind of laying out what do I want to call a state-of-the-art manufacturing area for putting the signs together.
So more productivity then?
That's the goal.
Excellent. Well, you know, it's we haven't talked to you folks much, and we certainly are going to have to be out to the new building. I assume there'll probably be a ribbon cutting.
Yep, there will be.
There will be. Wonderful. Well, we can't wait to see that. Certainly appreciate all that you guys do, keeping traffic moving and keeping our streets lit, because I sure do like those LED lights. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Shannon.
I'm Dr. Cole Van Bakeren with Falls Community Health. Do you have bad seasonal allergies? Did you know if you wait until the symptoms start to take your allergy medication, you're starting them too late? You can help prevent seasonal allergy symptoms altogether if you start taking your over-the-counter allergy medications 2 to 4 weeks before the symptoms normally start. Save yourself from the itchy, watery eyes and runny nose this year and take your allergy meds early. For more information on allergy medications, contact your doctor or see us at Falls Community Health.
So our next segment, we're going to take it back to the water reclamation facility. We welcome Sam and John from the water reclamation facility. A couple of months ago, we talked to Chad Comas on the whole West Side growth, and he talked about pump stations and lift stations. But now I want to kind of focus on what really happens at the water reclamation plant. Now, last fall, we had a great big ribbon cutting on a multi-million-dollar project. And I want to know, how's it been going since we opened up that brand new multi-million-dollar project? So I'm going to let Sam, you go first.
Sure. So that was quite the project. I
Yes.
mean, being the largest project in Public Works history, right?
Right.
Right. So with a project that big, of course, there's going to be hiccups.
Yep.
But for the most part, we've been doing very well.
Nice.
We're always following our surface water discharge permit, and we haven't had any issues with that at all. We went from being more of a manual system more to a little bit more automated. And with that, it's going to come with hiccups.
Yeah.
So the operators are still on their toes, monitoring SCADA, we call it. That's what's monitoring all of our pumps, all of our tanks and all of that. So they're doing a good job with that. But there's some hiccups here and there, but for the most part, it's working wonderfully.
Nice. Those almost like driving a brand new car.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to figure
Yeah.
out, but oh, it's so fun.
Right, and everything's nice and clean right now, and they're
Yeah.
keeping it clean. There's a lot of ownership. You can tell it's
Right.
been awesome.
So let's talk a little bit about then, how has it made your team's life easier then with automation? I mean, you do have
Sure.
to do more monitoring, but just talk to me a little bit about that.
Right. So with wastewater treatment, all of this is natural. All this happens in nature.
Yeah.
But we're kind of condensing it down, monitoring very closely. So with all this automation here, a lot of it is automated for us. So like one thing we do, we use biology to take or to remove the ammonia out of the wastewater.
Okay.
So with that, it's in our aeration basins, and part of that is you want to really monitor your dissolved oxygen content in that water. And with that, we have 27 cells, and each cell has a valve, which we used to have to go out, we would watch SCADA, we would see, oh, this DO is falling. We have to go out there and open the valve slightly. Oh, go back inside. Well, now I opened it too far, so you have to go in and close it down slightly. So now with our new system, those valves are modulating themselves. So they'll go through all of the cells, and they'll say, oh, this cell is dropping in DO. I got to open this valve a little bit. So that valve will automatically open. And it'll check all the valves that are in service, and it'll automatically move them. So stuff like that, that's made our lives a lot easier.
Okay. So are the improvements in the expansion then, are they done, or is it going to be still more projects to come?
Well, we have a lot of projects. Yeah.
Job security.
Yes. So with our older plant, a lot of our infrastructure needed to be redone. So currently we have a dewatering project that's just was awarded. We have a primary clarifier project coming up. We have humus, it's called, a relining project. We have our control unit remodel. What else do we have on the agenda?
So just a lot.
A lot. There's always something going on in the collection system. I don't know what you all have going on with that.
Yeah, we're expanding the west side of Sioux Falls, as Chad Comas spoke on several months ago, and then expanding some basins to the southeast. And Sioux Falls is just growing, as we all know. So
Right.
yeah, we're always in the forefront of development.
And it always seems like sanitary is the first to be installed.
Absolutely,
Yes.
it's very
And then-
important.
And then we
Yep.
grow out to it, so
Right,
that's
yep.
very
Right.
good. So I see you brought a couple of props along with you.
Yeah.
Can you explain what you have here?
Yeah, so this is wastewater here. This is our raw sewage. So we treat all the wastewater from the city of Brandon, the city of T, and Sioux Falls. So this is what's coming to us. The only thing that this has been is it's gone through our screening process.
Okay.
And screens are just basically removing all the large debris, like a lot of flushable wipes. That's a majority of our problem. But we find like children's toys, dentures, money, all sorts of stuff. So the only thing that this has gone through is the screening process. But wastewater has a bunch of phases. We have physical removal of larger debris. We slow the water down and settle it. We use biology to remove the organic material. We filter it, and then also part of the year we disinfect it. That would be the recreational time of the Big Sioux River, so that would be from May until September. We start dosing it in April, go a little bit into October. So now we're not in disinfection, so it's a little bit better when we're disinfecting, but this is the final product. So this is what we're discharging to the Big Sioux River.
That's the water that comes in like that,
Yes.
leaves like that.
So
wow, that's
it
awesome.
comes in like this and it leaves like that. So this, we average about 99.2% removal. So all the impurities that are in the water, this is 99.2% everything removed.
And it's so funny because I'm sure a lot of people think, you're discharging into the river, and they probably don't understand that it's cleaner than what it was.
Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful.
So let's talk a little bit about the maintenance side. Then I'm going to go over to you, John. So just the other day on my way home from work, I saw the big orange truck, and it had water reclamation on the side of it. It looked like they had a big vacuum.
Yep.
What are they doing with that big truck?
So that's a high pressure jetting truck that we can, or they actually call them a combination truck.
Okay.
So we can jet the sewer at 2,500 PSI, and then we can also, the big snout on the front is what we extract any of the debris that we get from the sewer lines. So as Sam has a permit to uphold at the water rec facility, we also have a permit out in the collection system as well. So every 5 years we were supposed to clean the entire city of Sioux Falls, and we at water rec try to do that in 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
So with expansion, we're always having to come up with new ways or
Right.
innovative ways to better and more efficiently clean that sewer.
So how do you determine the locations? Do you have a program that says you have to go on this street at this time, or do you also have complaints of sewer backups? Are those kind of entwined together?
It's both. We've actually really refined what we have done in the city, and we really set a high expectation that we don't want to have any backups for residents in the city of Sioux Falls, and we've usually kept that number to below 10 every year with our 3 to 4 year cycle.
Nice.
And being in front of that. So yeah, we do have a schedule in which we go to different basins and clean those, but we also do get called out often to help out citizens that are experiencing issues throughout town.
Okay, so then talk to me a little bit about how many of those trucks then do you have across the entire city? Is it just one truck for the entire city, or do you have multiple teams?
Yeah, we have 7 of those trucks.
Oh, 7, wow.
7 of those trucks, 4 of them take care of the 1,000 miles of sanitary sewer.
Okay.
So 1,000 miles gets us from Sioux Falls to Nashville, Tennessee. So
Wow.
imagine one
That's
sewer
amazing.
line going from Sioux Falls all the way to Nashville.
Okay.
And we're responsible for cleaning that every 5 years.
Okay.
And then the other 3 trucks, they take care of the stormwater side, and that's about 635 miles.
So those would be inlets like you see on the
Yep.
side of the street
Yep.
that are underneath. Okay, very good.
So out at Water Rec, we have storm drainage and sanitary sewer.
All on one team
all
then?
on one team,
Okay,
yep.
very good. So then do we also, so you use the vac truck with the storm drainage
Yep.
also?
Yep, so
Okay.
those crews can interchange and do both depending on what the need is of that day. So we can dispatch those 7 out, but usually they work on their own individual items.
Okay. So you guys, talk to me a little bit about how your teams work in the frigid cold weather like winters usually do. I mean, you still have to go out, our water purification teams, their drinking water teams, they still have water main breaks. What do your guys do in these really cold days?
Yeah, so we typically try to get out on the nice days, get our footage when we can, when the sun's shining. But there are days where we do PM our trucks. These are very high dollar items that we try to maintain and make sure they last as long as they're budgeted for. So we utilize those times to tear into PMs, and we also help out the water team when they're out battling water main breaks. We go and assist them and get the water off for their team and make sure they're taken care of as well.
Wonderful. So are you looking forward to the snow melt then? Does that create obstacles or hazards for you guys at the plant as well as the distribution system?
Yeah, I would say so. We always have, our plant, At the plant, we only treat sanitary. So we're not a combined system. We have our stormwater, and then we have our sanitary sewer. But with all of that, we have some pipes that have some cracks or some breaks in it. So we do get some inflow and infiltration.
Okay.
We'll see our flows come up with rain events or with snow melt, anywhere from a couple million gallons per day up to 4 times our daily flow.
And we can handle that at the plant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, especially with this expansion. Now
Okay.
we can handle a peak flow of 60 million gallons. So
Oh, wow.
it's, yeah. Right now we're treating about 17.5 million gallons per day.
So we haven't gotten anywhere close to that level since the plant's been open,
No,
right?
no,
Okay.
no.
So in your history here in Sioux Falls, have we ever gotten close to that much?
2024,
2019.
2019.
Okay, so it has been in the
yes.
last 10 years.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, I would kind of be looking forward to that with this new system. I'm
Just
kind
to
of
test
excited
it?
to test it. Yeah.
Seems like
Yeah.
every 5 years we get a big rain
Yeah.
event in Sioux Falls.
Yeah. Yeah. We're set up for it now. So.
Okay, very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
So on any given day, how many people are staffed at the plant?
So we have a total of 72 employees at Water Reclamation.
Okay.
A majority of them are a Monday through Friday normal business hours, 7:30 to 3:30. There is a group of 11 operators that do operate it 24/7, 365, so they're
Okay.
always there, minimum of 2 people. And they're the ones that are, walking the plant every 4 hours, making sure that all the pumps are working correctly. They're sampling the water throughout the treatment process and making sure that we are, up to our standards and that everything is happening as it should be. And that's when they would notice if they need to make a change. But for the most part, it's Monday through Friday gig besides those group of 11.
Okay. Well, as I was just thinking, going back to the snow melt and the water, I know that during those rain events, sometimes people come across a manhole that has been dislodged in the street. What do people do when should they call 911 or what happens when somebody runs across a manhole that's open?
If it's an emergency and causing traffic or immediate harm to traffic, please call the emergency number just so we can get traffic control on that right away so nobody does get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But we always have the helpline and our one contact team that can help navigate
Perfect.
to any of us at Water Rec, and we'll dispatch a crew as quickly as possible.
Awesome. Okay, good. Because I know that we are coming, we haven't had a very bad winter, so you never know those spring rains are going to be
Right.
here before we know it. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for your time, and I am excited to bring you back next year and see how that new car is driving.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Well, that does it for today's show, and continually Public Works is providing a better quality of life for you. Now, next month, I will see you on the streets.